James.
Came together, like, did you know that Edson was going to come down to featherweight? Take me through that process of this fight getting booked.
Yeah, I missed the beginning part of that question.
No problem. No, I was just saying, how did this matchup with Edson come together in terms of, you getting matched up with him? Because I think, we knew he was coming down to featherweight, but take me through the process of this fight getting booked.
Yeah. Pretty much, obviously, we got stuck in this whole quarantine thing, and let me backtrack a little bit. Right after my last fight in February, I went home for a week to Hawaii, kind of decompress, but I got straight back into it. Got into a training camp, was helping Khabib get ready for April 18th when he was supposed to fight Tony, but obviously that fell through. So we all got locked down, got stuck in quarantine, so I kind of did some different training. I was training at home in my home gym, kind of did no contact for about a month. And then I saw the UFC was trying to start putting on fights, and I put my name in the hat. And from there, it was just, I was just kind of waiting and seeing. So I started training. I got a small group of guys, started training, and then they came at me with Edson about 3 weeks, maybe 3-week notice. So I was like, that fired me up and got me motivated, got on the horse and worked super hard. So yeah, that's kind of how it all happened.
And speaking of motivation, how much of a boost was it for you? I know you don't train with them all the time, but seeing Justin Gaethje win over the weekend and get the interim title, I'm sure that must have given you a little bit of a boost heading into this, because I know you're very close with him.
Oh, definitely. I'm super close with Justin, one of my very good friends, and I love seeing any of my friends succeed. So definitely seeing him getting that interim title was awesome. It was motivating, and that's the guy that doesn't really like to take short notice fights, but seeing him go in there and, with that confidence and ability to push hard for 5 rounds really gave me confidence, and I'm super happy for him.
And Edson's a different opponent than some of the fighters you fought in the past. Was there anyone specifically you worked with for this camp to prepare for him, or was it just the usual whatever training partners I guess you could get at the time?
Yeah, I had a few guys. I brought in a couple, like, Muay Thai kickboxer guys, a couple guys from Hawaii. I flew out, stay at my house, and just give me the best look as possible. But I fought, maybe not in the UFC, but I fought a lot of strikers, especially coming up in Hawaii. Everyone comes from a Muay Thai kickboxing background. There was spinning stuff, leg kicks, body kicks. So, yeah, it's nothing new that I haven't seen, but I'm definitely anxious and excited to show what I have to offer against someone like Edson.
Your childhood friend, good friend Puna Soriano was supposed to be on this card. I know, a little disappointing he's not on there, I'm sure, but I imagine he's doing well.
Oh yeah. It would have been awesome to fight together, but his health and safety comes first. So he's sitting it out, but he's still he's getting better. He's grinding, and excited for his comeback too.
And Edson, first fight at featherweight, but has some really big wins at lightweight. Where do you feel like a win would put you in the featherweight division? Because that's a guy with an incredible resume.
Yeah, Edson's been in the top 10, top 5 for the past 10 years. He's one of the best. He's fought the best of the best. He's coming down to featherweight. He's not currently ranked, but he is still ranked at lightweight. I believe he's number 11 right now. But I think it puts me right there. It gives me maybe not put me in the top 10, but it gives me a top 10 opponent with a win over Edson for sure.
And just my last question, people have really been on the bandwagon with you over the last couple fights, especially just not only with your fight style, but your attitude as well. You're a very humble guy. Have you noticed that heading into this fight? Are you feeling the support of the fans and everyone on social media and just in general?
Kinda, but I still feel like my name gets brushed under the rug, so I still have something to prove. Still got to show that I could put anybody out. I could beat anybody in this division. So yeah, I still got a little work to do to get that respect I want.
Thanks for the time, Dan.
Yeah, you got it, James.
Next, we'll go to Danny Segura with MMA Junkie. Danny, go ahead.
Danny.
Dan, so weird circumstances with, this whole pandemic and all, and I know it's been difficult for a lot of fighters to get normal training camps in. Any concern with taking on this fight, keeping that in mind, and also, that Edson Barbosa is cutting down to 145, and he's never really been a small guy at 55. Any concerns that maybe he might not make weight, come fight night?
Really, I mean, for myself, I don't have concerns. I'm just focused on what I can do and what I can control. I feel great. I'm confident. I'm going to make weight. Uh, whether he makes weight or not, it'll determine a lot, but I plan on fighting. And if he misses weight, that's just extra money in my pocket. I'm sure he makes a good amount of money. He's been around for a while. So get that percentage. But no, I expect him to make weight. Edson's a professional. The guy doesn't miss weight. He made a decision to come down to 145. I believe he will. He's looking lean, strong, and mean. So I'm excited to test his chin.
Yeah, that's something else that I wanted to ask you. I mean, we just saw him in the virtual scrum just for a few minutes, but have you seen him around sort of the hotel and fight week, and what have you made of his demeanor as he gets ready to make that cut to 145?
Yeah, I saw him once. I said, "What's up?" I don't have any bad blood with him. Actually, back in December, I think when Marlon fought Aldo, I picked up Marlon from the airport. Picked up Edson. Was cool. He was riding with me in my car. I picked up his bags. But, hey, when I'm in that cage, I'm a different animal. We're cool. It's cordial, business as usual on the outside. But when I'm in there, it's just I don't care who's in front of me. I'm gonna go out there and try to take their head off.
Yeah, and as far as like the training camp goes, how has this whole experience been? I mean, has it almost been maybe even good? Because a lot of people these days are having a difficult time, staying indoors and mentally like not having things to do. I imagine having a fight and a goal has helped you, or maybe has helped you through these times.
For sure. It's definitely given me motivation, especially when you're training in a garage by yourself. Like, you have to find that inner motivation to dig deep and, push hard when no one's looking. So, I thrive off stuff like that. And, yeah, it was a short camp, but also, I don't let myself get out of shape. I don't let myself get too, overweight. I'm always grinding, and it was almost better. It was a better camp because, I don't have the injuries, the bruises, the beatings from a long camp, and I feel super strong. I feel good, and I believe I'll be the bigger fighter. I'll be the stronger guy in the cage Saturday night.
Thank you, Dan. Good luck.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Damon Martin with MMA Fighting. Damon, go ahead.
And what's up, buddy? Obviously, you're expecting the absolute best Edson Barbosa we've ever seen, but we know the weigh-ins now are 24 hours away, less than 24 hours away. How much will you look at Edson, in those weigh-ins, see how that's helped? And we can't deny that weighing down and cutting weight could affect him. Will you look at those kind of things, see him tomorrow, see how he's doing? I mean, there's no denying it could be an effect on him.
Yeah, but you can't. There's a lot that goes into it. Is he going to rehydrate properly? I have to rehydrate properly. I have to cut weight too. Aldo didn't look very good at all when he weighed in on 135, but he fought good. He looked great against Marlon. He lost that fight, but he looked great, and he pushed hard. He didn't gas out. He looked fast and quick. So that's kind of what I expect from Edson. But there's a lot that goes into cutting weight. It's not only cutting weight; it's the rehydration. It's hydrating your brain properly, your body, refeeding with the right fuel and food. It's not just make weight. There's so much more that goes into it. So, yeah, I'll take a look at him. I'll scope out his anatomy. I'll see every, target I could possibly hit: the spleen, the liver, the kidneys, the chin, the jaw, everything. I have.
A big part of what has made Edson such a dynamic and such a dangerous fighter is his creativity. And we see it with the spinning wheel kicks and the spinning back kicks and some of the crazy things he does. I imagine you can't overthink that stuff, but do you have to be cognizant of Edson's creativity in a fight like this?
For sure. That's why, I have to be in the moment, caught up in the moment. I can't think about what he's going to do. What is he going to spin? Yeah, he'll spin. Is he going to throw a leg kick? Yes, he's going to throw a leg kick. He's going to throw body kicks, but I can't be thinking about when those shots are going to come. I have to be there in the moment, react, play my game, play at my range. Just constantly looking for an opportunity to do damage. And I think the damage that I have to offer will add up. He's definitely dangerous, and I can't relax for a second. You see every single person he fought, the second they relax is when they got caught. So, I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a good one.
And last question for you, Dan. When you're not fighting and cutting weight and doing all these things, of course, you're also a manager. And obviously, you're very close with Justin. You're very close with Habib. As a guy who's friends with both of them, are you excited for that fight? Are you kind of brokenhearted to see two of your friends fight each other? Like, how do you deal with that? Because it is a different situation with you because you only train with them, but you also work with both guys.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because, I am close with both guys, but that's what happens when you're friends with the best fighters in the world. The best two guys are going to fight to determine who's number one. And it sucks because I can't go train with Khabib. I can't go train with Justin because I'm not going to help one or the other. I'm just going to have to, support them from home, support from the sidelines, and the best man will win. But I am, as a fan, I'm looking forward to that fight. It's super interesting. Khabib's one of the best. Justin's one of the best. And it'll be crazy. It's a crazy fight.
Thanks, Dan.
Got it.
Next, we'll go to Gabriel Gonzalez with Cage Side Press. Gabriel, go ahead.
Dan, you touched on it a little bit, just being on this win streak and now the fans starting to, get to know you and get on the bandwagon a little bit. Can you just talk about what's that feeling like on a personal level? Because you make it to the UFC, which is already such a big goal, but now you're putting wins together. You're fighting guys that everyone recognizes on big events. You're going to be on ESPN. What's that like personally when you sit down and reflect on it?
It feels the same, and well, maybe I'm getting more recognition, but I don't really pay attention to it. In my mind, I feel like I don't get the proper recognition. I still have something to prove. I still have to go out there and fight ferocious and vicious. I can't let my foot off the gas because I'm starting to get some fame or recognition. I have a goal, and I'm trying to get that belt, and every single person that steps in front of me has to go down in order to get that belt. I'm here to fight the best guys in the world. That's why I took this fight against Edson. He's one of the best in the world. And I have to beat guys like Edson to show that I am the best in the world. There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of sharks in this division, especially at 145. And I'm one of them. I'm coming for everyone. I'm coming for everyone's name. I'm going to get that belt next year.
There have now been 2 events that we've seen with no fans and a lot of fighters, just reacting to it, whether it's saying they hear the commentators very clearly and they're almost taking that advice also. As the guy going into it on Saturday, what have you taken from what everyone has said about their experience from fighting without the fans?
From what I've heard, it's you could hear a pin drop in that arena. You hear everything. You hear the corners. You hear your opponent's corners. You could hear your opponent breathing. You could hear every shot, every thud, every slam, every leg kick, everything. But I love that. I think it's definitely an eerie feeling that I feed off because I'm an eerie fighter. I'm just kind of excited to experience it. I guess you could say I've experienced it on the Contender Series, but not really because there was a lot of kind of people in there cheering for me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting real intimate in there, just hearing everything and looking for the kill. It's like a scary movie.
Hey, finally, they tell you guys, hey, quarantine yourself, before weigh-ins, and then it's obviously the fight. Usually there's a little bit more flexibility, right, during the fight week. Have you thought about what's your next 50 hours or so going to be before your fight as you prepare and cut the rest of the weight?
It feels the same. It feels like any other fight week. Just kind of, I don't do too much anyways. I'll take a little walk outside here and there. I walked down to a coffee shop the other day, got some coffee. But I'm just treating it as any other fight week. And it is a little different. We have some different precautions and, arriving to the arena, I believe 90 minutes before the fight, that'll be different. USADA, wrap up, warm up, go, which is cool. I'll be looking forward to the experience. And like I said, I'm just excited. excited to go.
Hey, thank you, Dan. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Dan, that's all we have for you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chelsea. See you guys.